Hello and welcome to Information Pill. This is a channel to keep you motivated and informed. This video deals with a problem that all of us face a lot. That is how to stay motivated after failure. For this, I suggest to look up the story of one man, Soichiro Honda. Honda had dropped out of formal education at a very early age and began apprenticeship at a local motor store. He had the idea of revolutionizing the automobile industry with his designs of piston rings, and he wanted to become a supplier for Toyota, which at that time was the leading manufacturer of automobiles. He spent a lot of time and money and sent piston ring designs to Toyota in the year 1938. Toyota rejected all his designs, owing to his lack of knowledge in metallurgy. He was ridiculed and laughed at by his friends and teachers. He went broke to the last penny. He had to even sell his wife's jewelry in order to survive. Honda went back and gained more knowledge which was required for the development of his designs. In the year 1940, he approached Toyota again, and this time he had produced more than 300,000 different units of piston rings. Toyota accepted only 50 out of them to be safe for use, and after the final inspection, only 3 designs were accepted by Toyota. This was the first breakthrough for Honda. After that, Honda formed a team of few employees and went on to pursue his goal of becoming a piston ring supplier for Toyota. He set up his own piston ring factory. But just after that, World War II broke out and the Allied forces bombarded all over Japan, and his unit was no exception. Just after that, Japan was hit by a major earthquake, and the other unit of his factory was leveled too. He had nothing left, and in order to survive, he had to sell off whatever was left to Toyota. After the war was over, Japan went very low on gasoline, and hence bicycles became the popular mode of transport. Also after the war, there was a surplus of out-of-service war machinery, one component of which was small radio generator engines. It occurred to Honda if he can use those engines to motorize bicycles, as they consumed very less fuel due to their small size. Honda successfully invented the world's first moped motorcycle. The idea became an instant hit globally, as people wanted a light way of commuting and were also frustrated with noisy motorcycles with huge engines, which were infamous among the commoners. This invention of Honda brought huge amounts of funding to his company, and there was no looking back for him. It also became the face of Japan in the Western world and brought prosperity to his nation. After that, Honda became the world's largest motorcycle manufacturer, which now makes small scooters to superbike, and the 8th largest automobile manufacturer, which makes everything from economic cars to luxury cars, commercial vehicles, jet planes, airplanes, and practically everything that has an internal combustion engine. Honda now employs more than 200,000 people globally. Honda is also credited to make the world's first humanoid robot, Honda Asimo. Soichiro Honda, who has failed many times in his life, is now known to us as one of the most successful persons in this world. The lessons that we can take from Soichiro Honda's story are: he always knew what he wanted. He always knew that he wanted to re-innovate the automobile industry. To be successful, we should be always aware of what our ultimate goal is. Only then we can work in that direction. To achieve your ultimate goal, there can be various short-term goals, or you can call them stepping stones. But you shall always know what you finally want out of your life and choose your way to achieve it. He made continuous efforts to attain his goal without letting any circumstance stop him or break his momentum. After getting rejected in 1938, he did not take any break from his production process. Rather, he went on to produce more products than he ever had. Similarly, after a failure, we should not stop making efforts, rather make more effort than the previous time. He did not let failure change his attitude. He embraced failure every time and went back to work in order to come back again. He did not pay any heed to the negatives of failure, which most of us do, and that results in depressing sentiments. He took the feedback, introspected the reason for his failure, and went on to correct or fill that loophole so that it may not fail him again. Remember the time his designs were not passed due to lack of his knowledge in metallurgy? He went back to study metallurgy so that he may not make that mistake again. He never pursued success, instead he pursued excellence. More than his intention to become a piston ring supplier, his idea was to renovate the automobile industry. He kept on creating better stuff every time. He wanted to make things better. He kept on making changes in his products until they became the best to serve their purpose. In this way, one never gets affected by any sort of failures because the intention was not to succeed, but rather to be more efficient than the previous time. He made use of whatever resources he had. There will never be a perfect or ideal condition for you to work on your dreams. You have to acknowledge the fact that there will always be some hurdles in one or the other way, but we have to surpass them by making use of whatever we have to achieve whatever we want. Grow your creativity. Think to strategize in the most efficient way and use your resources to the optimum, and nothing will be able to stop you. In fact, you might innovate a new approach for everyone who wants to follow the same dream as you. Failure is a part of the journey towards success. Soichiro failed uncountable number of times, but every time he failed, he took some lesson out of it and applied it while making efforts for the next time. After we fail, we are left with two choices. One is to quit, and the other is to come back again. Quitting will never help you reach your dream, but attempting again will always give you a chance. With every failure, you can take the lesson of what changes you are going to make in your next attempt, and if your next attempt makes you closer to the result more than your previous attempt, then congrats, you are on the right track. Remember, failure is a part of the journey towards success. In the closing note, I would like to put it as, every failure makes you more likely to succeed the next time. Or as Honda famously has said, success represents just 1% of your hard work, which results from the rest of the 99% that is failure. Thank you for watching Information Pill. If you liked the video, show your support by clicking like. Comment if you have any feedbacks on how I can improve the quality of our content, or any request for content you are looking for. Share it with your friends. And please subscribe to stay connected and updated with more content from Information Pill. Till then, goodbye and stay informed.